Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's Paulie ESTHER here, and this is my second YouTube channel called Paulie Pops, where I make videos about my hobby of collecting these Funko Pop figures that you see here behind me. So as our province has opened up more with the stay-at-home restrictions being lifted, we're getting caught up on getting people vaccinated here in Ontario. My family and I decided to travel to another city and visit one of their malls over there and do a little shopping. So we went down the main highway here in Ontario and we got off at what we didn't know initially was the wrong exit, but it wound up being a happy mistake because we got off this exit and we started trying to find our bearings, figure out where we were, and we saw Toys R Us. So I said, hey, we gotta go to that Toys R Us. So we pulled over and went inside, and it wound up being a happy mistake. So I'm just going to show you some of the pops that I bought along this trip here. So first thing, as I was able to finish off my Happy Days set, we got Arnold and Chachi. So that's going to finish off Happy Days. I don't know if they're going to wind up making any more of these. I think it's probably going to be like Cheers and some of the other older TV series that we see where they're going to be one and done. So that finishes my set. You may remember that in another video I wound up getting Joni, Richie Cunningham, and Fonzie. Hey, so that's done. We got to have Chachi because Joni loves Chachi. And the Arnold still has this problem. I passed up Arnold before because the masking of the hat kind of bled onto his forehead. It's been difficult to find one that didn't have that problem, so I just said, okay, I'll just go with it. This one isn't as bad. So that's Arnold was played by Pat Morita, that you may know better as Mr. Miyagi from The Karate Kid. So I'm very happy to have finished that Happy Days set. And then I noticed that they had this one on clearance for $10. So this is Jeffrey as Superman. Yeah, we still have Toys R Us here in Canada, if you don't know that. It's owned by a separate company, so they're still going strong. I know all the Toys R Us in the United States are closed, but we have had Toys R Us all the time. Nothing happened, really. So, the last 2 years, they have released their own exclusive Funko Pop. I guess this is actually last year's Pop. So 3 years in a row, they've released one. They had Jeffrey as Iron Man. Then 2 years ago, we had Jeffrey as Batman. And this is from last year, Jeffrey as Superman. And I guess they have a glut of these hanging around. It says exclusively only at Toys R Us. And there's a little maple leaf up here in the R. In the R of Toys R Us, because to show that it's Canadian. And yeah, it's Jeffrey as Superman. So they're blowing these out for $10. So I grabbed a nice box, one of those. I already have it, but you know, being an exclusive discounted price like that, I thought that would be a good idea to pick that one up. And then they had this figure, which is Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. And this is the flocked version. I don't know if that picks up on camera, but we've talked about this before. The flocked means that it has that velvety coating with the faux fur. So all the blue here has the faux fur flocking on it. Special edition sticker on this one. This is an exclusive. I believe it was a Target exclusive. We don't have Target here in Canada, and Target does not mail to Canada. So it seems like a lot of the Target exclusives have been coming to Toys R Us. Toys R Us seems to be really starting to flex their muscles and getting more and more exclusives, which is a welcome sight for me because it's difficult to get these exclusives in Canada. So this one was $20. They always charge a premium for the exclusives, but you know, by the time I would buy it from somebody on eBay who got one from Target and shipped it to me, I would pay more than that. So $20 Canadian, that's a good deal for me. So happy to get that. And then there was a fella who worked there who was milling around the store. And I said, can you do me a favor? And he said, can you look up an item for me on your little scanner gun? And he goes, what are you looking for? I'm like, I'm looking for a specific Funko Pop. And he said, I'm pretty familiar with the stock. Which one are you looking for? And I said, I'm looking for Splinter from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And he said, okay, we've had that one. Let me go in the back and check and see if we have any more back stock. I'm like, great. So he's very helpful. He went in the back and he came out, my hero, with a full case of 6 of these splinters from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is part of the Retro Toys line. Special edition sticker on this. This is also a Target exclusive, and I have had a heck of a time trying to find this one. So local to me, my local Toys R Us, there's a fellow on Kijiji who goes and he buys whatever exclusives he thinks he can sell on Kijiji, and he buys them at stores and he marks them up, sells them for a profit. And his name's Alex, and basically I just look at Alex's listings on Kijiji to figure out what new exclusives are in my neck of the woods, because I know that he's just buying them at retailers and marking them up. So then I think, oh, he's got this, I wonder where he got that from. And I usually just go to the store and they have more, because he doesn't buy them all. He buys like one at a time until he's sure that they'll sell, and then he'll get another one. And I just go and pick them up at local stores. I'll think, oh, he probably got that at For Your Entertainment or Hot Topic or what. And I just use his listings as excuse me, as an identifier of what's new in the neighborhood, and I go pick it up. But I haven't been able to do this with this one because he's had success in selling it. So he's bought extras, and I have not been able to find one. And I don't want to buy from Alex. I bought from Alex before. I bought my Donut Head Homer here. I bought this from Alex for an extra $5 because I got tired of trying to find it. And Alex just kept buying them all up at Hot Topic and selling them for $25 or whatever it was. And so I just got tired of going to the store over and over again, being disappointed. So I broke down and bought from Alex. And I said, no more. And so this guy at this other town, the worker was able to go in the back and get it for me. So he saved me from paying Alex prices. Again, this a little bit marked up. It's $16.99 because it is a special edition. So normally they charge $14.99 for a pop at Toys R Us Canada, $16.99, a couple bucks more for an exclusive. Not a big deal, but I'm very happy to get that because I don't want to pay Alex $25. I really don't. So then I didn't have to. So, haha, Alex. All right, so we got that. And that was it for my Toys R Us purchases there in this town on the exit we weren't supposed to get off on. And then, right in the same plaza, they had an EB Games. And I said, oh, we got to go there too. So we went into this EB Games. My son got a couple of pops himself. He got 2 of the Solar Opposite Pops. Solar Opposite is that new show by the creators of Rick and Morty. It's got 2 seasons. It's pretty funny. We like it. They only had 2 of the pops, so we're going to be on the hunt to get the 2 he's missing. He got Jesse and Corvo, and he wants to get Terry and Yamulak. So hopefully for his birthday next week, we'll be able to track them down, and I'll give him those ones. So we go into the EB Games, and immediately I gravitate to this piece right here, which is amazing. This is the anniversary edition of the movie Aliens. It's Ellen Ripley in the Power Loader. EB Games exclusive, GameStop exclusive. It's the same company. They just didn't take the GameStop branding when GameStop bought out EB Games. They just kept their company name as EB. So this is really cool. This is at the end of the movie of Aliens. What is this? 35th anniversary edition, I think, of Aliens, and this is really nice. Let's see, I have an older Ellen Ripley from Aliens here to show you the difference. And so there's regular Ellen Ripley, and there's in the Power Loader. So this is, much larger, as you can see, in the Power Loader. And well, it's much more expensive too. So we kind of get jerked around on pricing here in Canada. I know the exchange rate, the US dollar and Canadian dollar aren't equivalent, but this costs $20 US at GameStop in USA. Here in Canada, they ask us to pay 40 Canadian dollars. I know that the dollar isn't equal 1 for 1, but it's not 2 for 1. So really, we shouldn't be asked to pay more than $30 for this in Canada. Really, it shouldn't be more than 1.5 times. The actual exchange rate is 1.25. So for them to ask us to pay 2x when the actual exchange rate of the day is 1.25 is a little ridiculous. but you know, it's an exclusive. What am I going to do? I can't get it from anybody else. I can't order this from GameStop and get it shipped here cheaper than that. So I have to just take it on the nose and get it. But I was more than willing to pay that because my local EB Games, I asked around and they said that's a pre-order only item. And the one store that I did see that had it on the shelf, they said, yeah, that was a pre-order that was returned and the box was just destroyed, which I can see why they didn't accept it on their pre-order, because the box was just mashed. And I didn't buy that one either because I'm like, it wasn't good enough condition for me. These big boxes are very hard to find and keep in good condition, so this one was really nice. This particular store happened to have 6 of them on the shelf, so I got to cherry pick which one I wanted, and this is a really great one. Very happy to have that figure. Oh, there it is. Yeah, 35th anniversary. So is that this Ellen here? Yeah, it is. So it shows on the back the old Ellen that they had before, and I also have the Alien Queen upstairs. So yeah, that's very nice. Just to give you an idea how much length of time has been between these releases, you see here up on the top right hand corner, that's movies release number 345, and this is in the thousands, 1107. So this one is from 2016, so we have 5 years between releases. That's how many figures have come out in the movie lines over the last 5 years. Almost 800 figures in the movie line. Okay, very happy to get that. EB Games also had this one on clearance that I've been looking for a while. The last figure that I need from the Thunderbirds to the television series. That's an old-timey TV series that had like puppets from the UK, and it was a show of spies and intrigue, and it was a very old show. And they made 3 figures for this. And this was the last one I needed. I had picked these 2 up on clearance at a store closing a long time ago. I paid $2 or $3 each for them, but they didn't have brains. So they had brains here on clearance for $6.29. So that was a no-brainer for me to grab him. I was happy to get that one. That set's done. Been waiting over a year to complete that one. And then they had this brand new series of Star Trek figures. These look so cool. So here's Captain James T. Kirk. This is from the original series of Star Trek. Again, in the television line. This is number 1136. What's the number on the brains? 865. So we have like 300 figures in the television series released in between those two. These are brand new. Captain Kirk in the captain's chair. That is such a cool figure. I love the pose on that one. And I started collecting after all of the previous wave of Star Trek figures came out. I didn't get any of the Star Trek, the Next Generation, or the original series. Those are all long gone. I do have some of the Star Trek figures from the most recent movie with Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto, but none of the TV series. So these are my very first TV series Star Trek Pops, and a good way to kick it off with Kirk in command chair. Now, the old ones are vaulted, so they have to kind of try and figure out ways to make these figures again in a different style. So they went with the specific episode of Mirror Mirror, and this was the alternate universe episode of Star Trek where instead of the Federation working to help people, they're evil and they're they're taking over planets and things like that. They're not the Federation. This is the evil Mirror Mirror universe of Star Trek. So that's Kirk from Mirror Mirror. And then we had Spock from Mirror Mirror with the goatee. And the other Mirror Mirror character is Sulu. He had a scar on it. Oh, yeah, he's got that scar on his face there. Which I believe Uhura had cut him. That was the storyline of why he had that big scar on his face in the evil universe. So the only figure that let me show this one first. And then they had one of the villains from Star Trek was Khan. This is Ricardo Montalban, the original Khan from the TV series, not the Wrath of Khan Star Trek 2 movie. Not Khan! This is Khan from the TV show, but both were still played by Ricardo Montalban. Amazing actor, from most notably from Fantasy Island, probably. I always loved him. And so the only one that I'm missing from this series, they didn't have that one, is Lieutenant Uhura. I think that's also a mirror outfit. I haven't seen it in person, so I don't know. And then that wave will be done once I track down Uhura. But, you know, all the old ones, the original ones, are long, vaulted, and expensive, so those are going to be like wish list stuff. And they do have one more, the original series Star Trek figure out. I'll put it up on the screen here. It's a Funko Shop exclusive that I'm going to see if I can order from Pop Culture or somebody. And it was Spock. It was the Halloween episode, which is pretty rare for the science fiction show to take part in a holiday. But they had what's called the quote-unquote Halloween episode of Star Trek, and it has Spock with the black cat. So I'm looking to track that one down, and hopefully we'll get that soon. Let's see, is that it? I think that is all that we got here on that trip to out of town. So happy mistake getting off at the wrong exit. After we left that EB Games, we wound up going to a mall, and that was where some of the figures that you saw in that Hot Topic video, the Hot Topic clearance sale, came from too. And yeah, we had a great day. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell so you don't miss the next video, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.